Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be checking out the MX Master 3 for Mac. Today I have a fun little video that I want to do for you guys and gals. This was a late birthday present that I got. This is the MX Master 3 for Mac from Logitech. As you guys know, I do all my video editing on an iMac, and I do all of my various schoolwork bits and computer work on an iMac. So this is something that I've been wanting to use. I've been using like a Magic Mouse, which is fine. I really actually like the Magic Mouse, but it's not ergonomic at all. Like I have big hands and this is a small mouse. I'm hoping that this will be a good replacement. It's wireless, charges USB-C. So let's flip it over to see what we got here. So as I was talking before, it has the comfort and support for good ergonomics. We have super precise tracking. It's 4000 DPI sensor, which is a pretty solid sensor. It's supposed to be able to track on glass. I'm gonna have to test that some other time when I have a sheet of glass here to test it on, which I don't have right now. App-specific profiles and stuff. So I believe there is an app that you can download on the Mac that allows you to have further customization over the mouse. I think that's all that I'm gonna go over. Let's see what we got on here. So we have Bluetooth, low energy technology, requires macOS 10.15 or later, and then iPadOS 13.4 or later. And then we have USB-C quick charging, 8 hours with 3-minute quick charge, up to 70 days with a full charge, and includes a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. I'll have to see if I have a USB-C charging block if it doesn't come with that, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, let's open it up. So I'm just gonna grab my knife here, the one that I've used for past unboxings. Let's just get that tape at the top. So far, it's been a nice look. I love this matte black with some glossy embossed lettering with MX and Logitech here. Definitely digging it. Open up the top. So let's just pull this out here. Oh, feels so nice in the hand. Okay, so do we got anything in here? Put the box to the side. So it looks like this is our charging cable. Ooh, MX keys for Mac. There's a shameless plug of your other devices. I've looked at the MX keys, but I have a pretty solid keyboard right now. I don't think I need that per se, but we'll see. Put that off to the side. This feels like a pretty solid cable. I mean, it's nothing special, just it feels like your average rubberized cable, but it definitely feels pretty solid. Doesn't feel like it's gonna break pretty easily, so that's good. We'll put that off to the side. What's this? Nah, it's just safety stuff. I don't need that. Here is our mouse. That's everything in the box, I think. So I really am liking the feel of this mouse. I have the nice solid scroll wheel on the side, and I have 2 thumb buttons on the side. Here you can see we have one here and one here, and then we have our scroll wheel there. And then we have another button here. Our scrolling is pretty solid. I'm liking this nice overall feel. Yeah, I am definitely liking the feel of this. Let's just peel this sticker off. Put that off to the side. It's a very light mouse. It doesn't feel super hefty, super thick. It's definitely, but it has a nice amount of weight to it. So it feels like it tracks really nice. So that's awesome. let's head on over to the Mac and get this all paired up. Okay, now that we're at the Mac, I'm just using my Magic Mouse right now, which, oh man, even just going from using the MX Master to the Magic Mouse, definitely feel the lack of ergonomics there. Let's turn on our Magic Mouse. Now we are on. It's flashing a white 1 there. So let's pull up Bluetooth settings. Let's see if there's anything discoverable here. I'm not seeing anything coming up, unfortunately. Well, let's go to the Logitech website that it wanted us to go to. Okay, MX setup.logi.com. Yes, help me set up. We have a mouse. Bluetooth. Yep, we've turned it on. Yep, it's blinking. Okay, complete the pairing on the computer. So, my audio crapped out, but I'll recap for you. I attempted to pair the mouse with my iMac. It wasn't working. I downloaded the Logitech app, but it didn't help. I did some Googling and found out that the MX Master 3 for Mac is only compatible with macOS 10.15 Catalina or higher, requires macOS 10.15 or later, and iPadOS 13.5 or higher, and then iPadOS 13.4 or later. Unfortunately, my Mac is running macOS 10.13 High Sierra, which is not compatible. I'll get back to you when I have a solution. Thanks for sticking with me. So I went to Best Buy. No, get out of there. Get out of there. We already did that. This is the same video. Stupid intro. Alright, so yeah, as you just heard, the MX Master 3 for Mac was not compatible with my iMac. So we went to Best Buy, we exchanged it for this. This is the MX Master 3, and it's the dark field one. So they have one in like a light silver white kind of color, and they have one in this. So it's black with like space gray, as Apple would call it. Also known as the MX Master 3 dark field. It's pretty much the exact same. The only difference is that it has the USB dongle as well as Bluetooth. So, but this one works for macOS 10.13, which is High Sierra, or later, and then it works with iPadOS 13.1 or later. It works with any version of Linux, and it works with Windows 10 or later. Well, there isn't really anything past Windows 10. So, and then for the dongle, it requires macOS 10.13 later, which is High Sierra or up. So you have High Sierra, Mojave, Catalina, and now Big Sur. So it'll work with all of those. And then works with Windows 10 or later, Windows 8, and Windows 7. So there's that. And then you just need an available USB port, and then of course works with Linux. So it looks like from the picture here we have a USB-A to USB-C as opposed to the other one, which was USB-C to USB-C. So that's nice for those who don't have a USB-C charging block or port like me. I don't have anything. I'm not very USB-C integrated right now because I don't really use anything that uses USB-C at the moment. Let's pull out the handy dandy X-Acto knife with the chipped blade, and let's open this up. The mouse has the space gray accents instead of the more silvery aluminum accents. Same mouse, same feeling, just it's not the Mac specific one. In the box we have the USB dongle, nothing special, just your regular USB dongle. Then we have our USB-A to USB-C cable, so you can see USB-A, USB-C. Same feeling cable, comes with a nice cable tie, which the other one didn't, I don't think. Then inside we have the MX Keys product, which we had with our last one, but the last one was the MX Keys for Mac. So this is just the regular MX Keys. And then, of course, we have our documentation, safety stuff. We don't need to read that. We're fine. Bear with me while I struggle to put this cable back in. Ha! There we go. So let's just pop this back in. There we go. Not as nice as Apple's unboxing experience, but it's still a relatively pleasant unboxing experience, as it should be with a mouse that costs $130. So, box, mouse, sticker. Let's put this box off to the side. As much as I would have liked to have the MX Master 3 for Mac, I'm still super happy with this, as it's almost all black and space gray. Yeah, I don't need as much force to press these buttons, so I'm probably gonna have to get used to that. I have very heavy fingers, as one might call them. I just press the clicker, the buttons very easily on good quality mice. Not that the Magic Mouse is bad quality, but it definitely takes more force. It served me well, but my massive hands don't work for it. As you can see, like, here's my hand, here's the Magic Mouse. Here's my hand, here's the MX Master 3. And also, look at the thickness difference. Very, very different. Like, more ergonomic, less ergonomic. This looks nicer with the whole Mac aesthetic. This it just looks nice, period, but doesn't go as well with the Mac aesthetic. Let's go back over to the computer and work on pairing these up to the computer. Hey, nice to still see you. We are now on the computer. We are running macOS 10.13 High Sierra on my 2010 iMac. Let's get this paired up. I'm gonna grab the USB dongle and I'm gonna throw it into the Mac to hopefully at least initially set things up, and then can work on getting the Bluetooth all functioning. Welcome to the MX Master 3. Now that we have that all good, we got our stuff set up, we will come back and I'm gonna actually try and get Bluetooth working. I really want to get that working because now that I've plugged in that dongle, I only have one USB port left. Hopefully I can get Bluetooth working and all that set up. Welcome back. This is my 1 week thoughts on the MX Master 3, not for Mac, MX Master 3 Dark Field. So this is just the regular MX Master 3. They came out before they came out with the MX Master 3 for Mac. Here are my thoughts. So I have kind of a list of pros and cons. Well, not pros and cons, but the parts that I really liked and the parts that I had issues with. The first one I have is ergonomics. I absolutely love the ergonomics of this mouse. It's the most comfortable mouse I've ever used. I have big hands, and this is a mouse that fits not only just big hands, but also fits smaller hands. I had various people in my family come and try it out, and they also really liked the mouse. Another thing that I really enjoyed about this mouse was the mappable buttons. So nice to use. I use them so often when it comes to video editing and just day-to-day use. I don't think I can go back to anything without mappable buttons, because you just get so used to having mappable buttons. Even like within the first week, like I tried using a Magic Mouse again today, and it was weird. My fingers kept looking for those buttons. They weren't there. It was just odd. The third thing I'd like to talk about for the parts that I really enjoyed was the Logitech Options software. So within the software, as I mentioned before, it allows you to map out the buttons on the mouse. So as long as the mouse is connected to the computer, it'll find that mouse or keyboard where you have connected through the software, and it'll allow you to map out every single button that they have on that mouse. You can select different apps, and within that specific app that you've selected, you can map the buttons for just that. So say for my video editing, I wanted the buttons to be different than what it would be in, say, Chrome or any other web browser. I could just go down the list of apps, select DaVinci Resolve, and then map out the buttons so that every single time I go into DaVinci Resolve, it instantly switches to that button map that I've selected. And then when I go out of DaVinci Resolve, go out to some other app, it switches to whatever the other button mapping it is. Those are the top 3 things that I have really enjoyed using this mouse for the first week. Now we move on to the problems that I've had. As you saw earlier in the video, I was having some problem with the Bluetooth connectivity, both on the MX Master for Mac and the MX Master Dark Field. It connects to the Mac upstairs, which also is running macOS 10.13 High Sierra. So I'm not sure what's up with my Mac, or it's my mouse. I'm not exactly sure, but it's not working. Tried multiple times to connect it to my Mac, all of which failed. I don't think every mouse is the same way, and if you have a Windows PC like this, it'll connect fine. I have had no problems connecting it to this. It connected fine. It works perfectly, no problems. The next thing that I'd like to talk about, slightly glitchy tracking. I'm not sure what it is. It's probably the surface that I'm using it on, but for some reason, randomly, the cursor will move from wherever I'm using it, and it'll shoot across the screen in whatever direction. I'm not sure why that happens. It just does. But that's a problem that I've had, so I've just put a black piece of paper underneath where I've been using it on my desk in my room, and it seems to be fine from there. I haven't really had a problem, so it's probably the surface that you're using it on. It claims to be able to be used on glass. Haven't had a chance to test that because I don't just have a piece of glass lying around. Those are the few problems. I haven't had very many problems, but the 2 big ones were Bluetooth connectivity and glitchy tracking. Those are what I'd like to talk about after my 1 week review. See you in the next video. Honestly, I'm probably going to forget that there's a button because that's how I roll.